I think everybody cool. Okay, back to your shot. Thank you.
Right. Thank you guys for that. Um, let's now get into your group activity. I'm going to share my screen with you. In your groups, this is what you need to do for your respective client. This is the experience-oriented enterprise blueprint that Chantal took you through yesterday as we were laying the foundation. Once this is basically also your Miro board. Each of you has a specific board to work on. And if you scroll to the right, you will view your clients and the link to their website. Your job in this task is to find and to almost populate this experience-oriented blueprint with the information on your client. How you do that, and the reason why you do that is because you want to generate as much data and learn as much about the client as possible. So remember, in this case, you are posing, or you are sort of thinking of yourselves from a perspective of being a part of a customer experience consultancy. And your job now is to get all the information you need to start to journey map for your clients. On your board, you'll find these little canvases and the sticky notes that we taught you how to use yesterday. And then you also will identify the details under each category that you need to research amongst your group. So you can divide and conquer and do this any way that you like. For example, if we need to learn about a customer, who are they? What do they say about the brand? What are their real customer needs? What is the real customer experience? And what complaints can you find? All right, so you can divide and conquer this. You might even want to maybe divide different boards amongst different people any way that you like. For example, we have business design. Well, let me go next. Let me go to the next one. The employee is up next. What do they want to attract, or who do they want to attract to their brands? Who are they targeting in their job ads? And you might find there's a difference between the two. What is a promise to the prospective employee? This is regarding the value proposition that we spoke about yesterday. What are some of the language in the employee proposition that gives you clues? So what is the tone of voice? What feedback are you getting from them? We also have the brand. So do some clue scanning and see what information you can find that gives you a more holistic picture of the brand. So what is the overall brand promise, and how does the marketing message correspond to what is in the annual report? You can Google this. Most of them are released publicly for view. How do you think, or how big do you think is a gap between the brand promise and the actual experience at a glance? So whoever's covering this board, you need to think of really high level information and data to try and match what the brand is promising versus what the customers are saying. So you might need to have a chat with the person who's going to get the research on the customer to look at some of those reviews. In terms of the business design, this is what I found in my experience is quite difficult to find information on. But if you know, I don't want to disregard some of your research skills, but find out as much as possible about the organizational structure. Are they siloed? What is their tone and style? And Johan mentioned the word legacy. How old is this business? Where do they come from? And think about, yeah, you might get a clear idea based on the age of the company to know whether or not they're siloed, their style, their leadership style, etc. So the brand essence, this is the Akabanga sauce that Chantal introduced us to yesterday. So we have a question. Tabeleng, we will send you the links to your Miro boards. So back to brand essence, a one-liner emotional promise with the emotions that they want to evoke. So this is sort of the tagline, if you will, or something that you see that's sort of a common thread throughout the branding experience. What is their marketing promise to their clients? What are some of the experience barriers? Johanna, Chantal, could you maybe elaborate on this, please? If I could pull you in. All right, we'll give them a second.
I'm here, Arshad. Sorry, I was just.
Could you elaborate, please, on what are the experience barriers? What do people have to research for that?
So anything that stands in the way of a great experience being delivered. All right. So you want to look at it from what are some of the challenges? What are some of the risks to the experience? So let me quickly give you some examples. If we look at, let's say, and you will all probably identify with this. Let's say you've got in your essence, like as a brand, you've got simplicity, and then in order to do something, the client has to go 3 different places, or the call center agent has 5 different systems that they need to log on. So clearly it's not simple, all right? But the essence is simplicity. So just by means of having such complex systems, that's a risk to the experience, all right? And you probably all have that, and that's something that people are working on daily, but just as a result of being such big organizations that have merged brands over time, you're sitting with different systems.
Beautiful. Thank you. I hope that's clear to everyone. All right. So those that need to leave, we'll see you guys later on. And then we also have under the brand essence, the desired experience outcomes. I think a great resource here might be to look at some news articles, some social media, to see if there's anything that they are aspiring to achieve. The employee promise, that is also sort of similar to the value proposition. You're going to find a lot of information on this. If you are researching on the website, most employers might actually have a different employee website portal that you could find, that you could look for to find more detailed information on your client. And experience design principles. So what are some of the common themes or principles in terms of their experience? So it might be simplicity, for example, might be one of it, or it might be we encourage hope or joy or happiness, or we go out of our way for our clients. You might be able to find what experience design principles could you find. So and the brand. So I'm gonna just quickly brush through this. I'm going to pan zoom to the overall task that you're going to do and give you some tips on how you can best achieve your goal. The brand, we went through the brand already. The last one is the brand love culture identity canvas. Okay, I think we're gonna park this for now. I'll break it down later on, but why does your brand